Why didn't VAR overturn Alexis Mac Allister's red card? Alexis Mac Allister's shocking red card against Bournemouth was reviewed by VAR, but the referee's decision was upheld for two reasons. Liverpool battled to a 3-1 win in their first home game of the season, but the result could have been very different. With the Reds leading 2-1, Mac Allister battled Ryan Christie for a loose ball and the Bournemouth midfielder was first to the ball. Mac Allister's foot struck Christie's leg and referee Thomas Brummel sent the number 10 off. The decision, a straight red card, sparked outrage at Anfield and confusion among Mac Allister and his new teammates. Mohamed Salah and captain Virgil van Dijk argued with Brummel and the decision was referred to VAR. As it turned out, it was Paul Tierney, supported by Konstantin Hatzidakis. According to reports, Tierney and Hatzidakis, who were involved in controversies with Liverpool last season, decided not to appeal the referee's decision. This was because Mac Allister's boots were visible and Christie was touched at a high point. Watching the incident again from angles that Tierney and Hatzidakis could see, it is clear that the tackle was a genuine attempt to win the ball. The contact was soft and Mac Allister went in with his side foot, trying to play the ball with no intention of harming his opponent. Jürgen Klopp has indicated that the club will appeal the decision and Mac Allister now faces a 3-match ban. Former referee Mike Dean explained to Sky Sports why he gave Brummel the benefit of the doubt, although it remains to be seen whether the ban will be upheld. He went in quite high. There's not a lot of power in the tackle, but he caught him quite high, Dean said. It's just a lazy leg, he probably didn't need to challenge. The loss of Mac Allister will reignite Liverpool's midfield woes. Fortunately, defensive midfielder Wataru Endo is fit to play. Klopp is now planning who to replace the Argentine star. The £70 million starlet could be the ideal Henderson heir. As Jürgen Klopp continues to rebuild his midfield, Liverpool recently made the surprise signing of Japanese midfielder Wataru Endo from Stuttgart for £16.2 million. Having missed out on Moises Caicedo and Romeo Lavia, both of whom joined Chelsea, Liverpool will need to act quickly to bring in one or two more players before the end of the transfer window. Endo may not be a big name, but his experience could be vital. Klopp also seems to be getting closer to signing another target. With Fabinho, Jordan Henderson, James Milner, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, and Naby Keita all leaving Anfield, the Reds are a little short in the middle of the park. Latest reports suggest Crystal Palace star Sheikh Doucouré is still on Klopp's list despite the arrival of Endo earlier this week. The Eagles are demanding a fee of around £70 million for one of their prized assets. Should Liverpool make an offer in this region, they will most likely secure his signature. Palace's £60,000 a week gem has just one season of Premier League football behind him. But it's clear Klopp sees enough in him to launch a push to lure him to the northwest. While a mass exodus from midfield was expected with several players out of contract, Henderson's departure after 12 years at the club comes as a big surprise. The Englishman played a key role in their success between 2018 and 2022. He captained the Reds to the Premier League title, the Champions League crown, and a host of other trophies as they emerged from the shadows that had plagued them for years. The 33-year-old has made nearly 500 appearances for Anfield. Despite making just 23 league appearances last season, Klopp could still rely on his experience in the 2023-2024 season. A move for Doucouré would certainly soften the blow of losing the Englishman, who has 77 caps, especially in his fantastic first season in England. The 23-year-old won the Player of the Year award for his performances in the 2022-2023 season, and there is no doubt he could be Henderson's ideal successor. Not only did the Mali international average more tackles per game than Henderson last season, he also had more interceptions. He had more possession per game in the league than the former Liverpool star. This suggests he could be much better at winning the ball back in the heart of midfield, while his defensive abilities would allow others to thrive in a more advanced role. Indeed, compared to his counterparts in Europe's Big Five leagues, he ranks in the top 6% with 1.7 tackles per game and in the top 5% with 71.4 tackles per game, demonstrating his ability to get past defenders. Praised by former boss Patrick Vieira as a complete midfielder, Doucouré clearly belongs at a more prestigious club and Klopp will be hoping to seal a deal as soon as possible. Luis Diaz made Jürgen Klopp's decision-making easier, proving once again that Liverpool have been successful in the transfer market. Liverpool picked up their first Premier League win with a 3-1 victory over Bournemouth at Anfield on Saturday afternoon. There were many promising signs, especially from the Liverpool attack, which had to fight to complete the comeback after going 1-0 down. Goals from Luis Diaz, Mohamed Salah and Diogo Jota mean that Liverpool's top three strikers have all opened their accounts for the season. But it was Diaz's performance that was the most reassuring. There was little doubt that he would be back to his best, especially after a long spell on the sidelines following his injury against Arsenal. His outstanding performance against the Cherries was his best since returning from injury. It was proof that the Reds were successful in their transfer decision to find Sadio Mané's successor. Diaz was the first to react to a first-half deflection off Diogo Jota, and his finish was precise and acrobatic as he equalized in a game where he was already threatening with his dynamism on the ball. Although Jota showed here how good a link-up player he is, Diaz's goal kick was exquisite. The Colombian star was in a very tight space and under pressure, but he lifted the ball slightly upwards for an interesting goal kick. No one expected it except Diaz, and the goalkeeper could only watch the ball float away. Manager Jürgen Klopp saw more of the same in the second half. At one point Diaz ran through the middle of the pitch to cause more chaos, and the Reds were unlucky not to score at this stage of the game. Diaz is usually known for his effectiveness on the wing. But now it is clear that he is working on improving how he can be more effective in midfield, just like Liverpool legend Sadio Mané. His play alongside Mohamed Salah was also promising. The two Liverpool stars were impossible to deal with in close proximity, and their decision-making was sharp. Both threatened to overtake their markers in isolated situations. In a game where Klopp preferred to start Jota as a centre-back ahead of Darwin Núñez, Diaz's quick return to fitness after an impressive performance against Chelsea last week suggests that Liverpool will not face the same problems as last season in an attack that already looks transformed following the additions of both Alexis Mac Allister and Dominic Szoboszlai. Diaz looks set to play a vital role in this desperately needed evolution after last season's lackluster displays. With a tough encounter against Newcastle on the horizon, Liverpool are in a strong position and look to have a chance to make a statement against their league rivals. However, as the returning Luis Diaz continues to shine in the Reds' forward line, Klopp's first-team decisions look a lot easier now. While Salah's place in the Liverpool attacking line seems assured, the left flank is now looking sharp after Diaz's performance.